Commerce, Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Shri KTR. Thank you, sir, for being here. Also, we have Shri E.V. Narasimha Reddy, so Vice Chairman and Managing Director for the Telangana State Industrial Infrastructure Corporation, and Shri Shakti Nagappa, Director for Life Sciences and Pharma for the Government of Telangana. Ladies and gentlemen, guests from the industry, and my fellow colleagues from Eurofins. Welcome to the inauguration today of the Eurofins BioPharma Services Center at Genome Valley. For me personally today, it's a dream come true. And I was just telling the Honorable Minister in 2019 when I joined Eurofins, one of the early questions I'd asked Rajiv is that if pharma is a priority for us, why do we not have a center in Hyderabad? We have a large facility in Bangalore. It's a 250,000 square feet pharma facility today, growing to 400,000. And I said, how can we not have something in Hyderabad? So being here today and making a significant presence, it's still only a start. We are inaugurating today a 100,000 square feet facility, but we believe this has the potential to be 10 times larger. I also think Hyderabad is very uniquely positioned. It has the potential to become synonymous as a word with pharma globally. When we think of automobiles, we think of Detroit. When we think of technology, we think of Silicon Valley. I do genuinely believe that Hyderabad has the potential to become synonymous with the word pharmaceutical development and R&D globally. And I think that's what we would like to partner the city with. This is a campus which is going to be focused on discovery services, both discovery chemistry and discovery biology. We've made significant investments on discovery biology. We believe that is going to be a differentiator for what we offer from India. We will also be offering bioanalytical services and in vivo services from the city. I would like to take the opportunity to also talk about what I think is the Y2K moment for pharma. Many of us will remember the late 90s, 1999 in a sense, when the Indian IT services industry saw a huge inflection. We're at the same point in the pharma research and development space. The last few years have reinforced to global pharma that they need to diversify risk in their supply chain. China plus one, which is a word that we've been hearing for a long time, is finally coming alive. And companies are looking for a location which offers them infrastructure, it offers them talent, and it offers them an environment where it's easy to work. And I think on all of those counts, India and within India, Hyderabad features very, very strongly. So we are very happy and proud to be here. And thank you, sir. I think we run services out of centers across the country. So we have centers in Chennai, Bangalore, Noida, Greater Noida, Gurgaon, Delhi, Bombay. I can tell you that the easiest place to do business is Hyderabad. Just to recap, Eurofins is a global testing company. We are present today in 61 countries and run over 900 labs with 62,000 employees. We are global leaders in food and environment testing, agrosciences, pharmaceutical services. And it's that vision that we have for what we do that we want to bring to Hyderabad. And we did play a small role in the last few years to this country. During COVID, our genomic services business did a lot of work. Globally, I can proudly say that there is no COVID vaccine in the market which was not in some way touched by Eurofins. And I think our goal would be to be able to bring about the same difference to human life in Hyderabad from this center. And that's the support and collaboration that we seek, both from the government, our partners from the industry. I'm happy to see that we have, some people like to call them competition. I think of ourselves as partners because we all together serve human life and customers present. So thank you for being here. And I'd request the Honorable Minister to share some words with us.
Food as well. Thank you, Neeraj. That was comprehensive, eloquent, and very, very succinct. Thank you. Thank you, Rajiv ji. Thank you. Good seeing you again. Narasimha Reddy Garu, my MD of TSISC, and our Director Life Sciences, Shri Shakti Nagapan, and to the entire family of Eurofins employees, customers, partners, like Neeraj said, collaborators, and everybody else in between, and of course my colleagues from the Industries Department, friends and media. When I say friends and media, media might think I'm calling them foes. I'm not. You're also our dear friend. Thank you. Good morning to all of you. Neeraj, that was a fascinating experience, visiting your laboratories, visiting your facilities, understanding the business. I was just telling you, and telling your colleagues here as well, that about 25, 26 years ago, I used to work in similar labs because I'm a student of biotechnology. I did my master's in biotech. I specialized in animal tissue culture. So I do understand a bit of what you said when Ritika was explaining about in vivo, in vitro. ऐसा लग रहा था कि कहीं ये नाम सुना है इससे पहले. तो अभी भी देखता हूँ थोड़े मतलब वो हुड्स देखते हैं उसमें सारे जो इक्विपमेंट है वो देखते हैं तो फिर वो पुराने दिन याद आते हैं जो पुणे में हमने बिताए थे. अच्छा लगा आज कि बहुत ही state of the art facility है. Compliments to you on that. What delighted my heart was, Neeraj, the fact that you said, before I could ask, you said, the first question I asked Rajiv, pata nahi Rajiv ne kyun nahi socha, but the first question I asked Rajiv when I joined Eurofins was, how come we don't have a facility in Hyderabad? Because I think that's the question that everybody should be asking themselves. We are, a state, we are a city that truly, is the symbol of the might of life sciences ecosystem of this great country to the rest of the world, without a question, because I'll back it up with numbers. We produce, the place where we are all seated, Genome Valley. This is Asia's largest life sciences cluster, Asia's largest biotech cluster. This is the place where we produce 1/3 of human vaccines, global vaccine production. 33% of global vaccine production happens from where we are. So therefore, we are by default the vaccine hub of the world, without a question. Almost 9 billion doses, 900 crore doses of vaccines are produced from Hyderabad, from Telangana, from India. And if you also combine what is being produced by Serum in Pune, I think it's more than 50% of global vaccine production. Not only vaccine, but we also are the leader for pharmaceutical production and bulk drugs and chemical production in India. 40% of India's pharmaceuticals are produced from Hyderabad and Telangana. More importantly, not just for India, but also for the rest of the world. In fact, this has become a huge base for a number of large pharmaceutical companies to manufacture and actually export to the rest of the world as well. We have the largest number of US FDA approved manufacturing facilities for any state in the world, not India. So our competition is not with Bangalore, I can tell you that much. We are not competing with them at all. We have 214 US FDA approved manufacturing facilities. New Jersey is the second largest state in the world with 189. So we are competing with the who's who of the world, not with Karnataka, Maharashtra, not at all with Gujarat. वो पक्का है. गुजरात को भी देख लेंगे वक्त आने पे. But I'm very, very delighted to be here because, your statement when you said, Neeraj, that right now it's about 100,000 square foot of facility and you said you've invested about 1,000 crores of rupees. But you also said this will become the largest facility for Eurofins in India. I think that deserves a big round of applause. He said this will scale up to about 1 million square foot facility, which is almost 10x of what it is today. You have enough of land available at your disposal. And I promise you that our government will ensure that all speedy approvals, all necessary things that need to be in place to make these things happen, we'll make it happen. So, जब भी राजीव या आप चेक लिखोगे तो हम तुरंत आपका बाकी काम कर देंगे. आप बेफिक्र रहिए उस बारे में. साथ ही साथ आपने ये भी कहा कि Eurofins is also into testing of chemicals, pharmaceuticals, of course, and also you said food and food-related products as well. My humble request to you, Neeraj, is that as a minister who's been in the government for 9 years, and as a citizen as well, as an Indian, who's been witnessing the changing trends in the consumption patterns, especially when it comes to food, I'm worried as a father, as a parent, as a Indian, because more and more processed food is being consumed. more and more, ready-made food is being consumed, quick food is being consumed, which is both good and bad. Because good because, it serves the purpose, keeps you happy so that, we don't have to worry about cooking at home. We see the proliferation of Zomatos and Swiggies and cloud kitchens and what all things that we never thought we'll hear about in life. We were all hearing it in our own lifetimes. But the challenge here is to keep up with the quality, to keep up, with the kind of consumption that needs to happen. Because, while we want our children, to be well aware, cognizant, we also want them to be healthy. Eventually, I think if you look at a few of the things that I've read in newspapers, I've stopped reading scientific journals a long time back, so I cannot quote from science, but I can quote from all the information that is that a fire alarm or should we vacate? What do you mean? No, it's a fire alarm. I think we should go. Speaker, hai na? Okay. This is a closed auditorium, so good luck, guys. All I'm saying is, see, I'm worried because we need to also figure out a strategy on how our children, because what I've read, I could be wrong, subject to correction, because, and with all due respect to all the food companies out there who've been investing in Telangana also, I've read that about 50 to 60% of all the ailments that cause problems today are actually coming through the intake that we all have on a daily basis. So one of the things I'm concerned about particularly is about different kinds of food, different kinds of chemicals that are being used, the different kinds of soil studies that are put out, and the different kinds of food adulteration that is happening as well. So if I may make a request to you, I'm also the Minister for Municipal Administration, and I can tell you, neither does my health department, nor do I have enough people testing the quality of food in the city of Hyderabad or in other cities and other towns across the state as well. Because this proliferation, like I said, of restaurants, cloud kitchens, we don't have the kind of capacity to test each and every grain of food or each and every restaurant on a day-to-day basis. Of course, we hope that the F&B industry, which is largely relevant on word-of-mouth kind of a publicity, self-regulates and restrains from doing anything which is untoward, of course, because they rely on customer feedback, they rely on word of mouth, like I said. So normally they self-regulate. But I think together, maybe there can be a model which you have done elsewhere in the world, where we can start sampling, the different kinds of food available, and maybe whether it's healthy or unhealthy, whether it's good or bad, that sort of thing can also be piloted in Telangana. We can be the guinea pig for that. I'd love to see how we could do that as well. I'm of course thrilled that Eurofins has made an entry into Hyderabad. With this investment, you'll join the illustrious list of companies that are thriving in this cluster. And I've had, in fact, the pleasure of meeting with Dr. Tomas Bednarsik. How do you pronounce the last name? Your own MD of Eurofins in January. Sorry? Okay, last name मुश्किल है इसीलिए Tomas बोलता हूँ, ठीक है? तो हम भी Tomas बोलेंगे, चलो. Tomas, I had met him in January at the World Economic Forum, where in fact Natalia Schumann was there, who is also the president of BioPharma services of your company. Now, this was in January this year, and today I'm delighted to be inaugurating this facility because that was a quick turnaround, less than 8 months. I'm really, really happy, and congratulations to Neeraj and the entire team which executed this project in a very short span of time. I'm also pleased to note that this facility will serve as a fully integrated discovery platform, combining computational, medicinal, analytical chemistry with discovery biology. Neeraj, I also have to tell you, if Eurofins needs tech solutions, I think this is the place to be, because this is where biology meets technology. In fact, आपने बैंगलोर का नाम जिक्र किया तो मुझे बताना पड़ेगा, आपने मजबूर कर दिया क्योंकि मुझे जानता हूँ कि कई लोग बैंगलोर से भी हैं यहाँ पे, इसलिए मैं I wanted to also make it a point to mention it. How many of you are from Bangalore? Don't be shy, it's okay. We all make mistakes in life, it's okay. So last 2 years, in fact, according to NASSCOM, the total number of tech jobs created in India, Hyderabad has surpassed Bangalore last 2 years. Last year it was 33% of the total tech jobs in India coming from Hyderabad, 32% came from Bangalore. Out of the 450,000 new jobs, 450,000 new jobs created, 150,000 were from Hyderabad, 146,000 were from Bangalore. But this year the story gets better. Last year it was 33%, this year it's 44%. So we literally are producing 1 out of every second job in India in technology from Hyderabad. The reason why I mention this, Neeraj, is because today's biology has heavy doses of technology infused into it. Unlike 25 years ago, you recalled 1999 and how India really was on the cusp of a large digital leap. I believe that in today's world, for example, if I have to quote one, Novartis has a very large base, in fact, in Hyderabad. Their second largest center in the world, outside of Basel, their headquarters, is actually in Hyderabad. They have 9,000 people working out of their Hyderabad facility. But the interesting thing is, out of these 9,000, only 400 work in the labs that we just saw. Only 400. The remaining 8,000 plus work on their computer screens, on computation, on simulation, on bioinformatics, modeling, different kinds of things. So the point I'm trying to make is, this intersection of technology and biology is a brilliant opportunity for India, a brilliant opportunity for cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, which excel in biology and technology. And I would love to see how Eurofins also can explore that possibility, because we not only have Novartis, we have BMS, Bristol Myers Squibb, and we are also in discussion with a number of other pharmaceutical companies to launch their digital innovation platforms from Hyderabad. And I'd love to see how we can also help Eurofins, possibly streamline some of your, technology solutions as well. Of course, this is an investment of 1,000 crores. Thank you for infusing 1,000 crores into this facility. And I'm also told that this place will eventually have a potential to employ 2,000 people. And I look forward to that day where you'll start, engaging with our youngsters, skilling, adding to our, skilling ecosystem, and employing more and more of the local guys here. Furthermore, it's noteworthy that this state-of-the-art facility will house, like I said, advanced capabilities in peptide chemistry, first for Eurofins Advinus Discovery Services globally. Additionally, this facility will be Eurofins' first formulation R&D lab in India, encompassing oral solids, injectables, and some large molecule capabilities as well. In fact, just before this event, I've had the pleasure of breaking ground for another injectable facility not very far from here. It's a company called Bharat Serum. They're also setting up an injectables facility very close to where we are. Also, this facility will feature a GLP-grade pharmacology and toxicology lab, which will be unique to Eurofins globally. I'm pleased to note that this particular facility is well equipped to support both large global and Indian pharmaceutical clients as well as small biotech in various domains, small biotech companies in various domains, including synthetic organic chemistry, analytical R&D, bioanalytical services, in vivo pharmacology, safety toxicology, and formulation R&D. Just a week ago, I've had the pleasure of breaking ground for another pharma services organization in Genome Valley, and here I am again, inaugurating another global leader in this space. I think people in Genome Valley are tired of seeing me on a weekly basis, but I'm not. While the company has already about 500 scientists in this cluster, they were planning to hire another 1,000 scientists. And I was very excited to learn, and this is the other company that I visited last week. I was very excited to note that about 90% of these scientists were from Telangana, which highlights the availability of an extraordinary talent pool in this region. I urge Eurofins also to leverage this, because I'd love to see how we can work closely with you. Shakti will, of course, have a offline discussion with you on this, and see how we can engage more with the local talent. Must empathize that Hyderabad is rapidly evolving as the epicenter for drug discovery and development services in Asia. And of course, I attribute this milestone to vibrant ecosystem of Genome Valley, which has become the catalyst for innovation and R&D in our brilliant country. In some ways, Genome Valley is now transformed into a comprehensive and fully integrated mega contract research organization of its own, because we have the who's who of the CRO ecosystem, all of them present here. Offering wide spectrum of services spanning from synthesis and formulation to preclinical studies and testing. Truly delighted, Genome Valley stands as the unique cluster where you can arrive with nothing more than an idea or a concept and leverage its world-class facilities within the cluster to brainstorm, to implement and transform your concept into a global enterprise. In fact, come February next year, 24 February, we would also be launching B-Hub in Genome Valley, which serves exactly this purpose, a biotech hub, which will, again, allow you to walk in, any of the scientists, any of the youngsters, with an idea and walk out with a product, with a synthesized solution, which can possibly change the world. On that inspiring note, I wish Eurofins all the very best for their ambitious plans in Genome Valley. I'm confident that Hyderabad will continue to meet your strategic growth requirements, and I'm confident that you'll be signing checks, and I'll be taking more and more of those. Thank you very much. Jai Telangana, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Some of the facts and figures you presented there were really indeed interesting. Thank you for creating this platform for Eurofins and many more organizations like us. We hope to have your support as always. May I request Mr. Neeraj to please give away a small token of our appreciation, mementos to the dignitaries, the Honorable Minister. Mr. Shakti Nagappa. Mr. E.V. Narsim Reddy. He's not. Pavani, please. Thank you, Pavani. Thank you so much. Thank you all. I now request Dr. Upadhyay Thimmanath to please share his vote of thanks.
Very good morning. Sir, I am from Bangalore, but I lived most of my professional life here, so I love Hyderabad too.
This is classic, Bangalorean thanking Hyderabad.
No, good competition between two cities, so yeah, thank you. So I would like to thank you, Honorable Minister, for coming here and inaugurating our campus. And also I would like to thank Mr. Shakti Nagap Garu and Nasim Garu, and also Ms. Pavani, and also other invitees and guests for who have all made this function event possible. So I thank you again and request all of you to have a refreshment and also lunch with us. Thank you.